We're back, folks. It's a terrible opening hands. All right, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGamingMet.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. I mean, whew, boy, what do we do? What do we do? Got to put something on the bottom. We're definitely keeping. This is good. Both of these are not so great, but do we dare put a land to the bottom? It's bolt or land. Man, it's such a roll of the dice. If it's Eldrazi, these are great. If it's prowess, this is great. Alright, we're going to do land, be kind of greedy because, well, we do have the White Orchid Phantom that can blow up a land as well. Ragavan's nice in your opening hand, puts your opponent to the test. It also, if we get a hit in with it, gives us a chance to play this White Orchid Phantom or High Noon. Alright, will our Ghost Quarter be any good? And also, I don't know if we want a Ghost Quarter. The Boros deck of for our opponent, perhaps, or its domain. What would we want to run out? Let's see what they surveil. If they put it in the graveyard, maybe we don't White Orchid Phantom. We put it on top. Makes me think we. The max punishment over here. Oh, so they put it on top because of the Ragavan hit. So we could theoretically have White Orchid Phantom first to get a shuffle to try to get a better hit. They may have also not thought about it. Sometimes you don't think about it. It's Storm, which means this High Noon's going to be really good. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. I really want to play this card. What do we do? What do we do? I honestly just think, knowing that we're up against Storm, we run out High Noon and watch our opponent scoop, maybe? If we're lucky. They could also have a Force Negation if it's a Jeskai build. But I mean, High Noon should essentially hose our opponent's whole strategy. Although they must have some way to get rid of enchantments. Okay, well that's their one spell. I wonder how long it's going to take for our opponent to realize that they don't have a way to win. But I could be overthinking it. I could be wrong. They could have a way to win. I'm baffled. I am truly baffled. I'm glad we didn't do that Ren's Resolve. I'm baffled by our draws. This is what happened in our first match. We found no lands and multiples of like Containment Priest or whatever. The opponent trying to decide. I don't know. My internet looks fine. Run this out as our one spell. Shut them off until they kill this. They can't play us spells on our turn, so that leaves them playing one spell per 2 turns. And if that can't hose a Storm deck, then I don't know what can. We also have the Lightning Bolt that we can just as a just in case kind of card. Opponent, the slow playing, probably very. I mean, I don't know what they're playing to. They might have like a main deck. And they scoop it up. Yeah, they realize that they're dead. Sorry, dude. Seems like a pretty good card against them, right? Rest in Peace. Also a pretty good card against them, I think. Take out the Containment Priests. And Ragavan went the distance. Grand Abolisher seems pretty good. All of our cards seem pretty good, to be honest. High Noon, the All-Star, obviously. So I think we keep anything that has a High Noon or a Surge of Salvation in it or a Rest in Peace. Take out a Ragavan. Do I really want to go down a Grand Abolisher? Run it like that. I mean, High Noon, we were really, you were there for it if you're watching. I was really on the fence between getting rid of High Noon or Ghost Quarter, and thankfully we had two pieces of land, and three pieces really. Um, well, the rest in peace is good. March of Otherworldly Light might be too slow. So the rest in peace is good for something, but it also they can still combo off and win via like grape shot. So I don't know if we want to mulligan and try to find a hate piece. It's likely to be countered, don't you think? I don't know. I said it. If there's a rest in peace, keep it. But it doesn't actually hose our opponent as much as High Noon, of course. Another rest in peace is not at all what we wanted to see. But if one's good, two's better, maybe. We'd rather that have been a High Noon. Lightning bolt. I mean, it's good. We want removal for their Ral. And we do have the other March of Otherworldly Light can take care of an artifact or the Ral. So now we have a lightning bolt for the Ral, artifact, hate for the mana, the whatever the medallion, whatever it is. That I can't remember the name of it. Ruby medallion, I believe, reduces all blue, red spells by one, colorless. It's one of their combo pieces. There's a Ral. There's our bolt. The Boros on Boros matchup. Do they have a second Ral? A second Ral will let them kind of go off a Ruby medallion, a land, so they can sort of go off now. The question is, how much can they go off, and will they go off now, or will they wait? This is the one we really want to get, actually. Artist talent. Ah, I was too busy trying to decide. That was really bad. That was really bad. I can't believe I just clicked through my Arid Mesa. Oopsie, but we're really glad to draw that Surge of Salvation. I knew that was coming. Alright, do we want to save the Otherworldly Light for this card? A lot of silence. Forgot about that alternate cost. And since we have a Rest in Peace in hand, I was going to pitch it to the Bitter Reunion, but now we get to do both, which hopefully will be enough to really slow our opponent down. I mean, they have to have brought in Wear Tear. That's the card I was trying to think about, right? They have to have brought in Wear Tear. I guess we're kind of hoping that we get this Surge of Salvation, but they don't get rid of the Rest in Peace this turn. They're still a ways away. I think they're a ways away from comboing. I guess if they stick a Ral, they can play the Artist Talent, which they're going to play. But then they're only, or they'll do this, but they'll only have the 1 mana. I hate to, I mean, I just think we're in the business of slowing them down, and this is a really good card. It filters turns all their instants and sorceries into filtering. But we just gonna have to, also we just need to make some land drops. Right now we have our sideboard cards to help protect ourselves against you, but if we don't actually find what we need, then we're probably just gonna die eventually. So we need lands and Lukka. Okay. So we're gonna hope to find some lands and a Lukka off of this Bitter Reunion. That was good. I think we're just gonna play it slow. I mean, I feel like we're in a good position if we can find a Lukka, and we're in a good position if they spend all their time trying to get a Grape Shot. If they go through their entire hand for Grape Shot, which is going to be hard through a Rest in Peace, I think, to really cast a ton of stuff. But if they blow through all that for a Grape Shot, we Surge of Salvation. to nerf it. We're still not going to win anytime soon, but at least it helps. Puts us in a better position. So I feel like we can play it slow a little bit. All right, so they're going to look for. They already played a land. Until their next turn, they're going to draw discard. Gets exiled. We would like to find a March of Otherworldly Light, I believe. Lukka would also be very happy. Grand Abolisher. Well, I mean, we're dirtling. We've found our some hate pieces to help slow down our opponent, but now we're dirtling. We've answered two of their combo pieces. They've stuck the third, probably the most dangerous. Well, Ral is the most dangerous. This is second most dangerous. And now we're really leaning hard on the Surge of Salvation to keep us alive through a big turn from our opponent. And hope to find a Lukka. If that had been a Lukka, I would feel pretty good about where we're at, but it was not. So they get to play a land from exile. And now we can't have 6 because of our Surge of Salvation. It's so painful. We have to go and... I hate playing Storm. I've said it before. It's just like playing... You're just playing Solitaire. The Storm player is playing Solitaire. I mean, I don't... They even after board, I wonder if they have any interaction. They're just trying to do what their deck is built to do through the hate, which is exactly what I was saying about dirtling. Like, if we don't find our combo piece, like, we really need to Luke off the top now. At which point I think we can win. Because we have the mana to resolve it, we have the mana to give it haste. But the longer we take, the more time our opponent has to assemble a lethal amount of damage. But again, the plan is let them grape shot us, put everything on the stack, then cast Surge of Salvation, and then hope that they scoop. Brotherhood's End. All right, I mean that's a good card against us, but with one creature down, I guess they're thinking it's not worth it. So we've turned off Past in Flames, which is something. And now I have to click OK every single time. So I'll take it back. I mean, they did bring in some interaction. Brotherhood's End, Prismatic Ending. We're really hoping it's not Empty the Warrens that they're going for, that they're going to cast right now, and that instead it's Grape Shot. Okay. Yeah, they're going to level that up. I think they're going to do the Grape Shot plan with Wish. I don't think they're going to get Empty the Warrens because they level that up, so it's supposed to do 3 damage instead. Do they scoop to the Surge of Salvation, assuming we execute it all properly? 6. Alright, yeah. Targeting me. When you cast a spell, copy it for each spell that was cast before it. I don't think it matters because Surge of Salvation gives us and our permanent hexproof, but I think we should have waited until they had the whole line of Grape Shots on the stack. Opponent's trying to decide. Okay. That's what we got, homie. That's what we got. I said yield to all. What doesn't yield to all mean? Yield to all? No legal targets. No legal targets. No legal targets. They might have another wish, but that's what we wanted. That's exactly what we wanted from our opponent. We wanted them to blow their wad, essentially. To spend all of their support cards building up to a big Grape Shot for us to nerf, and now we just need to find a Lukka. Cast another Artist Talent. Discarding. No, they don't have to discard. Alright, Storm Counts. They got 1 card left. I mean, they could have enough to... I mean, we're Surge of Salvation protected still, so... I'm going to level that one up. Alright, so now everything is 2 less. This is the time. Lukka off the top. 1 time, deck. Reward us, please. It's a Ragavan. We will dash the Ragavan in. I hope our opponent doesn't have a Lightning Bolt. I mean, I assume our opponent is fairly angry right now. I mean, we've managed to hate out multiple pieces and have a Surge of Salvation to... We would love like a Ren's Resolve of our own. Off the top of their deck. Ren's Resolve? Something along those lines? So they're gonna go and get a surveil land, I think, so that they can shape the top of their deck accordingly and try to find a land. Which, fair. It's a fair play. We're gonna hold on to the flagstones in case we draw a better reunion and have it something to discard. I'm not really sure what our I think our opponent's gonna have to chain together. It's a reckless impulse. We would love to cast that. It is, God, two useless lands. Man, we were gonna be dirtling for real. So our opponent needs to chain together. I mean, do we dare take that card? They need to chain together multiple draw spells into multiple mana spells into another. This is gonna put them down to 7. They must have empty the warrens, right? I think we put it on top. I don't think we can not put it on top. It pains me though, it really does, because that is a great card, but not. I don't think it's the best card in the spot we're in. But I am hoping that what it means is they can't go off. I'm hoping that we dodge the bullet this turn, that they can't go off this turn, and then we have the Surge of Salvation mana to protect ourselves again. Did they exile a wish? I think they did. So now, yeah, I mean they may get there now off this wish if they go get another. I mean that costs 1 mana. They can do everything they want. Oh, through the 8. Through the 8. I think our opponent's still going to get there. Maybe we should mulligan for high noon. Maybe I should have put the Surge of Salvation in the graveyard for high noon. I think they can wish. Yeah, that's been exiled, I believe. Or they discarded it. I don't know. Maybe they only have the one thing to tutor up. But if they level this up. Prismatic Ending. Are they going to go for the Rest in Peace, you think? No, the creature. Alright, they're down to 0 cards. That's good for us. That's really good for us. We will attempt to steal something good from our opponent again. I'm assuming they're putting anything in the graveyard. Or exile, right? No matter what? No, they're not. Okay. What do we find? It's another Rin's Resolve. How nice for us. We're really getting a lot of value out of our opponents. No, God dang. I mean, this is insane. We are getting really unlucky with our 2 lands, Surge of Salvation, into a Ragavan and another land. Okay. Opponent's is 1 card, though. I think our opponent is going to die the slow Ragavan death. Yeah, Reckless Impulse. Alright, so that's one of their best cards. They can't draw cards off of it, though. What do they find? Alright, they found a Pyrrhic Ritual, but they can't draw cards off of it. They can cast this until the end of their next turn, but it's a sorcery. Or they have something else that they can cast with 1 color. Going after the Rest in Peace. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Cast that. That's all they can do. Whoa, my goodness. The lands are for real. For real. It's insane how many lands we've drawn. And like we're so close to closing out this game, even just another creature to increase the clock or another hate piece. But instead we're just flooding out like, whoa. What do we find? It's a grape shot. They would have liked that. Well, we will grape shot. We're just getting to play their. We're just getting to play their deck. That's crazy. This might, if I get to this, if I get a victory out of this, this might be my greatest Storm victory ever. I mean, what a talk about just the slowest and most painful beats possible. I mean, the prismatic ending would have, the rest in peace would have allowed them to um, theoretically draw into something if they could chain together some card draw spells. But they're desperate for like a. They do have green for a Besaju, I guess. They're desperate for. They're as desperate for a card. They're just drawing one card a turn, so this Artist Talent's not going to get them anything. So they're desperate for like a Manamorphose into something to chain things together, and we're desperate for another 2-drop. If we can find another creature, we'll give it haste and swing in for lethal. And they scoop up the match. Taking down Storm, the most annoying deck in the world to play against. We took him down in one of the most annoying ways possible. The slow Ragavan beats, coupled with a bunch of hate. And what we're gonna draw, will it tell us? I'm gonna savor the victory for a long time, man. I've lost to Storm so many times. They are a deck built to not care what you're doing, and all they want to do is play their own stuff, and they take the longest turns to do it. It takes them forever to kill you. I mean, it may be turn 3, but it's such a long turn for them to get to their grape shot, and being able to hose them, beat them, hose them with our main deck hate, which is the whole point of the deck. Have a bunch of main deck hate against the meta, hose them with that, and then game 2 to use their cards to take them down. Whew. Man, that was a thing of beauty. All right. Well, for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all in the next one.